And Stats has decided to go teal. The reason why I was not expecting Catalina is because usually a Protoss or a Terran vetoes this map, because essentially, as it goes, the Terran doesn't like this map because of all the blink space, and the Protoss doesn't like this map because if he doesn't blink, there's too much space for drops or Reapers or any engagement in the middle of the fight. He will probably get the short end of the stick, as it were, because there's so much open space. So consequently, it is just usually one or the other vetoes it, just because they don't like how the other race has to play on this, or can play on this map. So generally speaking, I would say it's slightly Terran favored, but it's technically a balanced map because there are ways for either race to win effectively. It's just, you know, who does what, how does it play out. And it's annoying and hard to... It sort of polarizes your options, as it were. So it's gonna be a Reaper expand coming out of Innovation. Again, standard openings from both players. Actually, he's gonna get several Reapers, at least 2. And as I said, it's a good map for Reapers. So this is why Protoss don't like this map, because this happens. Where's that? Is he SCV scouting? Is that when the Reaper isn't out yet? Yeah, he's SCV scouting, okay. Just one Reaper so far. So it's just going to be a one Reaper, but I mean, on a map like this, why not use a Reaper? At least one. I mean, just like, look at this. To explain what I'm talking about. You have all this cliff space here that the Reaper can come in from. It is hard for the Protoss to lock off the back end because a pylon just doesn't, a pylon and a gateway just can't, or cyber just cannot reach across this. It's too wide. There is a way to do it, by the way, at least on this location. And then you still have this exit space here. So there's just a lot of open space. So what you can do actually, which at least I think you can. Yeah, you can do it. I think it just doesn't work on this one. So unless you get this location as a Protoss player, well, there is a way to do it here too. You can put your pylon here and your gateway here, and then your cyber can go here. And so you can still get that like bottleneck feel, cutting him off more. That a lot of is sort of the way that Protoss seem to like to do it these days. Just because it gives their stalker extra time to get to the Reaper. And you make sure you leave it opening so that the AI of the Reaper still goes in that circular path, as opposed to not wasting any time and going back the way it came. Or rather, not even going in. So, Innovation has gotten himself a healthy number of Marines now. I'm thinking he may want to go for a push, see what he can accomplish, maybe get a Photon Overcharge and a Mothership Core. I think that's the idea. He's going to go the long way around, because he doesn't want to be scouted. He doesn't want his forces to be scouted, but I do believe that Stats has seen this already. I'm not certain, but it looks like it. He definitely will before it gets into his base, as there is this observer to spot this for him. He can throw down 2 force fields on the ramp, actually, and he will do that. Ooh, I feel like he let up more than he... Well, actually, that's okay. 5 Marines is not bad. And that was good. I mean, basically, that cost him a Zealot, maybe, and... Yeah, it cost him a Zealot, and a little bit of energy on his sentries. So, I mean, perfect defense from Stats. And now comes the other reason why Protoss generally don't like this map. The drops. There is a lot of drop space on this map. Oh my gosh, you can drop in so many places. Okay, let's just look at Stats' vision right now. The drop's gonna come in here. He was kind of... I mean, actually, he's done a really good job of getting as much vision as he can. But look how far this pylon is from everything else. It has to be out here. Why? Because otherwise he just doesn't have vision. Why are these stalkers over here? Because if these stalkers weren't here, there would be dead space here, and then there would be fog of war, and then not know if there's army in his base. Anyways, he's trying to take his third, but he's having a hard time because he has to keep army over here to defend drops from that end. It's hard as a Protoss player to split up your army correctly in order to properly deny drop damage. It's not impossible. You can see here, Stats is clearly doing a decent job, but the drop has come down, it's cleared up most of the stalkers, and it's like, his stalkers were in position. What else was he supposed to do? He's forced to use a Photon Overcharge now. His Colossus is not in position because it was securing the third. So it has to come all the way back. The Photon Overcharge has forced a loss of mining time. And I mean, behind this, what has the Terran really lost? Maybe a handful of workers, but now he's picked up most of it and gotten away. He is going to sacrifice approximately medevac and a half worth of units, but the rest of the units, they're fine. So, I mean, I think that goes better for Innovation in the long run. It may not have been the most ideal engagement, but he got what he wanted, so, you know. That's all that matters in the end, right?
Let's see what you wanted is universal destruction.
Ah.
And that kind of matters.
I'm not sure I agree with having all 3 stalkers at the 3rd. I think he should probably have 1 at the natural. But meh. Now, there are a lot of Marauders out already, so he's going to be very dependent on those force fields. The scan goes down, and anything else? I'm here in the shadows. Oh, that I'm seeing. Not yet.
I'm still gonna forever question whether there's an octopus on another planet.
I told you, it's Cthulhu.
Yes, but I'm gonna question that for the rest of my life.
Cthulhu. He has ghosts in this mix. He doesn't. He does have a. Actually, he has a good number of Vikings. Yeah, I mean, Innovation is just ready to go. He might pull SCVs, but he doesn't need to pull SCVs. It certainly wouldn't hurt. He can always use mules, and that will free up supply when they die. So he won't have to worry about supply depots when he does that. It's one of the blessings about being Terran. You don't have to. Yeah. Additional supply depots required. Additional supply depots required. So here you gotta scan and go for it now. He's mostly just forcing stats back. But he wants as much damage done as possible. He's gonna try and bait stats to come down the ramp by putting pressure on the third and set up concave for the Protoss to walk into. Okay, I guess he's changed his mind and decided the third is just too tempting. And gonna take the engagement from the high ground after killing the third. I don't really see that there's much here for stats to do. Yes, that's a nice storm, but it's really only on the Vikings. So, and it's not gonna be enough to kill the Vikings. So the Vikings will still do their job before they die, which is to reset the Colossus count. All that's left is 1 Colossus and a Marauder. Against all these Stalkers and Marines, I don't know what stats is supposed to do. It looks like Innovation is going to regroup first, and as a result, he will lose a Viking.
Base is under attack. Add-on complete.
So, stats is hurting now. He's restarted his third. He's going for +3 armor. And getting another Colossus because as a Protoss player you can almost never have too many Colossus.
Statistically, that's a generally true fact.
What's that?
Statistically, that's a generally true fact.
Yeah. When we make generalizations, we become safe from everything.
It was actually a pun, but yes.
Ah. Statistically. Okay.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay.